feel like every time I'm popping open one of my social platforms, I'm seeing something about a new brokerage that decided to merge over and come over to EXP. Why are they doing that? I honestly couldn't tell you outside of sharing my own story, since I did own a real estate brokerage and decided to come over to EXP. We're gonna dive in right now. Alright guys, what's going on? Pete Sweeney here, bringing you everything for the future of real estate brokerages. Do me a quick favor, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell. I'm always giving you new content in regards to EXP and maybe some stuff outside of it too. Maybe some stuff that I'm seeing that's happening with all these real estate brokerages and sharing some insights. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and dive in this video. So the best way to approach this, like I said, I was a brokerage owner, and I'm going to share my story with you. I had this vision for a brokerage, this amazing thing, and me and my business partner at the time, we were so passionate about it, and it was about growing something. It was about building something that we really envisioned, and it's this great thing, right? And so what we did essentially was we had this idea for a brokerage that was actually pretty similar to EXP in regards to how the structure was, but it was going to be a team brokerage where we have teams that come on and they're able to empower their team members, and their team members then would be able to empower others, and then those team leads on top of them, you know, would get a cut from all that. It was this huge thing. Same thing in regards to structure where people were like, oh, you know, that's the MLM style things, whatever. In our minds, it was a way to empower our agents because we're all constantly out there, you know, working the weekends, working the late nights, doing what we can. The thing about having a passive income structure is, which I honestly, that's what I refer to it as, is that you have income coming in outside of just the commissions that you're bringing in. Unless you know, own a team, some type of a high performing team where you're pretty much just taking cuts from them and you're not producing it all. Yes, there is a way to do that, but it's nice knowing that you can go on vacation and you're still getting some cash in and not have to worry about, you know, going out showing houses and such. And so that's something that we really envision. And that was actually my initial appeal to EXP when I was approached by it, you know, about 3 years ago. And the thing about it is, even then, like when EXP approached me about it, I'm probably very similar to you, where very skeptical, where I'm like, okay, why the hell would I want to join an MLM? It doesn't make any sense to me, right? And like I said, as a brokerage owner, this was my baby. Why would I want to give that up? This is something that I built, something that I could be proud of. You know, that I'm responsible for these people that are underneath me. But there's a huge outlining factor in regards to owning a brokerage, is that I feel like loyalty, it only lies in a few. I mean, that was the biggest thing, is like the retention was just not what I thought it was going to be. I had some agents who I thought were the most loyal out of anyone, would never want to leave me at all, and that is the opposite of what I thought. So, I mean, retention was the biggest reason why I had considered, you know, shutting down my brokerage in order to come over to EXP. So outside of that retention, being a brokerage owner isn't all that it's made out to be. I mean, you're putting in long hours with admin in the back end. Guess what? If you have agents who are coming in and having problems with the CRMs or the transaction softwares, unless you have some type of an admin on that back spot, which is going to take a lot of agents under you in order to hire that person on, you're going to be spending a lot of time doing all the nitty gritty that you really don't want to do. You're not going to be transacting, making the money that your agents are. And so I think the biggest reason that a lot of these brokerages are moving over to EXP is they're done. They're over it. They're sick of constantly grinding. Yes, there are a few out there that are super successful, but there's always that point where it seems like you're grinding like crazy. So Chuck Fazio, he owned one of the largest independent brokerages in the country, moved his brokerage over to EXP. I think he just saw that he was able to offer up more to his agents and still do what he loved, which was collaborate with, you know, with a camaraderie with his agents. He is be able to focus on the stuff that he loves to do, but all the admin and all the back end, all the legalities of owning a real estate brokerage, he could just set on someone else. And at the same time, I guarantee Chuck Fazio's probably making a hell of a lot more money now than he was back when he was owning a brokerage. I don't know that by any means. I've never talked to Chuck about this, so I'm just kind of throwing it out there that I could see him definitely doing a lot better now, with a lot less time put in, doing what he loves to do. You know, being able to collaborate and with his agents and just really, you know, motivate, do all the things, the initial things that start people into starting a real estate brokerage. They have a mindset. And I think that the similar mindset with anyone who wants to start a real estate brokerage is they want to empower people. They want to start something. They want to create something and build. You can do that inside EXP without having to own a brokerage. The biggest thing I think about owning a brokerage is there's an ego in it where you want to build something and you're like, that's mine, I built that. But you could still do that inside of EXP, build that brand, make an icon team, and have the same similar structure. It's just now EXP is taking care of all the nitty gritty shit that you don't want to take care of anymore, which is amazing. It means you get to focus on the stuff that you love to do. And that's the biggest thing in real estate, guys, is we need to figure out where that fulfillment point is with us. Because if we're sitting there grinding all the time, I talk about this where we're coming home, our wife and our kids or our husband and our kids are angry at us because all we do is spend time out showing, or we're always out with agents training them, all these different things. Where is the happiness in that? Yeah, say you are uber successful and you're amazing and you do all these things, but you're working 80 hours a week. What is that worth when you can't do anything? You spend time with your family, or if you're single, just go out and enjoy it. I've met so many high producers out there in both real estate and in the lending world, and they got to a point where it's like, God, I'm killing it. I'm making a lot of money, but I'm not setting aside any time to have fun, to enjoy my life. I've been doing this, I've been building this, I've been creating this for so long, I don't even know if I know how to do that anymore. And so being able to offload all that admin, all the legality stuff in regards to owning a brokerage onto a bigger brokerage, and then just being able to do what you love to do, right? And so I think that's one of the biggest reasons why brokerages are moving over. I personally, like I said, I don't really talk to too many brokerage owners who have moved over to figure out why they did. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I have talked to a few boutique brokerages. Large brokerages, no idea. Because like I said, they were definitely in a different realm than I was. I owned a boutique brokerage, where we had at most 15 agents at one time. I talked to other boutique brokerage owners, and that's what it was. So like, guess what? I get to focus on what I love to do, and I don't have to worry about all the paperwork and all this stuff. I just get to do what I love to do. And that is just true fulfillment, being able to do what you want to do. So, all right, guys, this was sweet, short, and to the point. I'm glad that you could kind of watch this video and I could bring it out to you. Do me a quick favor, thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell. I know I say that every single time, but let's grow this channel. Let's get this content out to as many people as possible, because I feel like right now there's a stigma against EXP. That's always going out. I was just reading an article this morning about, this agent who's, I'm not going to mention who the brokerage was, but let's just say that they're red, and about how much he hates EXP. He was approached by another agent because it's all about recruiting, all this stuff. Where I'm trying to change that stigma towards EXP, because I think that EXP is all about empowering their agents. It is a true brokerage led by the agents, not a massive brokerage. And so, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching again. Until next time, we'll see ya.